Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound, and I'm your host, Sean. And today we're going to take a look at possibly one of the rarest state quarter errors that you could find in change. What does it look like? How was it made? Why did it leave the mint? We're going to address all those things in this particular video. But before we get started, I got to do my good old YouTube thing because I got to start it out in a big way. We're doing giveaways all summer long as a way of giving back to not only the patrons that come in and watch the videos, but also to the subscribers, the loyal viewers that come on a daily basis and maybe even binge watch these things. But anyways, if you haven't done so already, subscribe, hit the bell for instant notifications so that way you could jump on to some of those giveaways as they happen. We've been giving away a lot of stuff, over $500 in coins and silver so far this summer, and we're not even done yet. So if you haven't done so, please do so. And we could be best friends for life. You never know. But anyways, this the state quarter that I've known about for quite a while. All right, this is a coin that was talked about on a few occasions on the forum channels, so to speak. But Richard M. from Texas chimed into an email, and he asked me, Blue Ridge, I love the state quarter program. It's done so much for the hobby in itself. It was one of the coin series that got me into coin collecting. And I've come across a few pretty neat errors, a few clipped planchets. I found a number of cut die breaks that I've added to my collection over the past. And back when these coins came out, I used to go through a bunch of mint bags right from the bank of nothing but state quarters. And it was a feast for the eyes. So, Rich, all right, so we're going to address something here for you. He asked me, Blue Ridge, what has been the craziest, absolutely bonkers state quarter error that you have ever seen? Not so much found, but have ever seen in the open market or just through discovery on a forum page or Facebook? Well, that's a great question, Rich. I've seen quite a few, my man. Of course, let's not forget the infamous state quarter mule that's muled to a Sacagawea dollar. All right, so you have the obverse of a state quarter that's muled onto a Sac dollar that has been known for many, many years as being one of the rarest coins out there regarding the state quarter. Okay, these coins have sold for many tens of thousands of dollars. I believe it is even eclipsed the $100,000 price threshold, which is pretty hard to do in the modern coin market. There's not too many coins that fit that billing, but that's one such coin. Okay, and then how can we forget the high and low leaf variety Wisconsin quarters, the 2004D, which, by the way, people are still finding in circulation. That was kind of a big deal. When these coins were first discovered, they were selling for between $700 to $1,000, especially those higher graded examples. Now they've come back down a little bit, but they've settled in, graded mid-state 64, 65 for a few $100s. So it's still not too bad. It's still a great find. All right, and then another variety that I love is the Washington, D.C. double die reverse, which has probably some of the craziest doubling I've ever seen on a modern era coin, minted on a single squeeze press machine. That has been one of my personal conquests to actually find an example of that coin. Of course, if we go through quarters nowadays, if you're trying to look specifically for a Denver minted Washington, D.C. quarter, they're tough. Out of a thousand coin face or 1,000 coin box of quarters, I've traditionally come across maybe 3 or 4 Washington, D.C. territorial quarters. All right, so that's tough. I've seen a multitude of various other ridiculous errors, okay? pulling away from the variety aspect of the whole thing, but I've seen a number of those Cud die breaks that he has a few examples of. I've even owned a number of them. Um, in addition, I've seen double strikes. So some of the more oddball, kind of visually crazy errors include like the coins that were struck 3 or 4 times. Those are absolutely amazing. If you got to own a modern error, okay, you can't really go wrong with that coin, and they typically run somewhere in the $700 to $1,500 range. Traditionally, you'll want to buy these certified through a third-party grader, just so you know you're getting a legitimate artifact of the modern era. But all in all, I would say the coin that has struck a chord with me over the years, okay, and this is a coin that has sold about 12 years ago, so it's an old sale of one of the freshest finds, probably one of the most significantly important finds in modern coin era history, and that's the 2000 P. It's a P. It's a Philadelphia coin, Massachusetts quarter, that was struck over a 1999 Georgia quarter. All right, this thing is crazy, crazy, crazy. As you can see right here, it's a coin in which people can come across it in pocket change or in coin rolls and probably mistake it for a coin that is damaged or counterfeited to make it look like something that it's not. All right, so that's the tricky part, is being able to kind of pull away exactly the information and just the cognitive, aspect of such a coin as you discover it out of change. And it's totally normal to feel like that you found something like, oh man, someone damaged this thing. I mean, with all of the just everything revolving around what you can find and change, okay, and then trying to grab the information to know what you have. 9 times out of 10, most people are defeated when they find out that a coin is post-mint damage. All right. So this coin, nonetheless, right here, has been on the very top of my list of modern errors that I think really, really set a tone in terms of just underrated superpower of sorts of an error, especially on a state quarter. This is the type of coin, again, overlooked because it does look like damage. Let's be honest, it kind of does. It looks like 2 coins squeezed together. But this coin right here was certified Annex Mint State 64. So it was certified as being a genuine example. Okay, and what I like most about the coin is it was certified through Annex as opposed to NGC or PCGS. That makes a huge difference, because I've always told people, if you want to keep third-party grading inexpensive, Annex, above all else, has been one of the most reliable grading companies. They've even tightened up their standards in terms of the grading part of it. But it doesn't matter what you may think. Some people think that these coins will never sell as high as one certified by NGC or PCGS. And this is proof positive right here. This coin sold on Stack's Bowers Galleries November 14th of 2007, about 12 years ago, in the amount of $12,075. All right, so this coin obviously came out of a, I don't know, BU roll maybe. Maybe it was discovered upon the release of the Massachusetts quarter 7 years earlier. Was it discovered somewhere in the middle in pocket change? Again, these are all the things that we just don't know about, but it's great to kind of imagine it, all right? Because it's a coin that, if you could think about it, it's like you're trying to make some extra change when you go pay for your coffee in the morning, or you go to the convenience store and you need to grab a drink or something like that, and you want to pay with a couple extra quarters. Can you imagine paying with a $12,000 quarter and not know about it? it kind of makes that empty feeling in the pit of your stomach just much more real when you think about it in that aspect. But this is a coin. I mean, you've seen some close-ups. There's no denying that this one is a legitimate overstrike error. Okay, you could see the clear devices of what was the 1999 Georgia quarter that was struck, and somehow was inadvertently placed within a batch of blank quarter planchets before it was restruck again. It's crazy, crazy. Not only that, it was rotated 80 degrees, so it's got kind of a nice little dramatic appeal that goes along with it. But Rich, by far and away, the 2000p Massachusetts quarter that was struck over the Georgia quarter that sold on Stack's Bowers is the coin. Undeniably, the state quarter that I feel personifies what would consider to be a very under the radar error that people overlook, but is worth a king's ransom. It's just nuts. This is a nuts coin, and we've heard of people discovering double struck in collar state quarters. Okay, we've seen the multi-struck coins 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. When you have these coins that were multiple struck or struck on a different coin, they are the most visually appealing and the most dramatic. So I wanted to end it off on there. Again, this is an incredible coin. This is something that you can find, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's that lottery odds type of hit, but if you know what you're looking for and if something looks off or odd, pull it out. Pull it out, because this occurs on every denomination, these off strikes. So anyways, I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. I want to thank everyone for joining in this fine, what is it, Friday morning already? You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video. Like, share, subscribe. We are hunting and discovering together. You guys enjoy any coin activities you're going to do today, and I'll talk to you soon.